Good morning mga katribo. It's Wednesday, the 6th of December. Welcome to another episode of Daily Tribune Straight Talk, where we discuss current issues that matter to each of us. This is Gigie Arcilla.
Good morning, Gigie.
Good
I am
morning.
Chito Lozada. We are live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
Yes, in this morning's episode, we are joined by the president of the Filipinos Heart. Bakit nga ba Filipinos Heart? Kasi
That's
sa
the
kanilang
motto.
advertisement, Philippine Airlines, the heart of the
Filipino.
Filipinos. So we are joined by the president and COO of Philippine Airlines, who is also a pilot himself.
Yep.
Yes, Captain Stanley.
Good morning,
Welcome to
Stanley.
Tribune,
Good
Captain.
morning, Gigie and Chito.
Yes, and thank you for gracing our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Despite your busy schedule.
Yeah, I'm sure. So fire away, Chito.
Yeah.
Ask your first question.
Captain, can you provide us an overview of the current state of the airline industry, maybe PAL, after the pandemic?
Okay. So let me start by recalling March of 2020 when the pandemic happened and lockdown happened. So literally, no flights can depart in and out of the airport, and lockdowns all over the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So everyone was shocked. Nobody knew what to do that time initially. So, of course, as a company, we have to plan for what's next.
Yeah.
So for the first month, it's all online meetings. We're not allowed to go to the office as well.
Obviously, yes.
So it was quite stressful for everybody because of the uncertainty of the pandemic. And after that, of course, the demand of the supply chain will always be there. And a lot of customers started to tap Philippine Airlines to do some cargo-only flights.
Yeah.
Yes, that's part of it. And second is the repatriation flights. That's so important. We work with the government, the FA, to bring home all those stranded Filipinos abroad, because a lot of them also need to come home already, so they need a flight to pick them up. Yes. So, yeah, fast forward, and to your question, 2 years later, when I started January of 2022, that was exactly the Omicron variant. So, that time, we're doing a little bit better already end of 2021 because of better ease of restrictions and more passengers traveling already, but not to the point that we can recover already.
Yeah.
But after the Omicron variant at around March of 2020, exactly 2 years
2 years.
later, so a lot of countries started opening up. Yeah, loosening these restrictions. Singapore, and then Philippines, Thailand, one after the other, it started opening up. So we've recovered quite well since that time. April, we started seeing revenue coming in again.
2022.
Yes, 2022. But yeah, but going back a little bit to during the pandemic, it was really painful because we have to do retrenchments as well, and we have to go through the Chapter 11 also, because literally there was no revenue coming in. However, we can't fly also, so the passengers are demanding for their refunds as well. So imagine that a situation that you don't have revenue, but you still have to give the refunds and do some retrenchment. So it was so difficult for everybody. But thankfully, our shareholder, Kapitan Lucio Tan, and Mrs. Carmen Tan, they agreed to pump in more money just to help the company survive during that time. That's why the employees today, they're really very thankful about and grateful for what happened that time. Because a lot of companies would have just like
Yeah.
let the employees go, and yeah, but
How many, let me ask, Captain, how many employees were, how many
oh,
employees
we're
lost
retrenched
their
that
job?
time. Because we reduced our fleet by about 30%. We're from 98 aircrafts down to about 70 aircraft. So almost 30% reduction in fleet. So depending on which department, but on the average, the reduction is about 25 to 30% of manpower.
So that translates to how many people?
Okay. So
Hundreds?
more. I think almost 2,000, maybe almost.
But
One-
after
1,500
after
maybe.
the pandemic, were they hired back?
A lot of them already.
Were
Yes.
taken.
Yes, taken back already.
Okay, all right. So it was just a temporary
Yeah,
thing.
it's the pandemic. So,
Yeah.
how about refleeting? Have you gotten back all the aircraft that you
Oh, yes.
let go during the pandemic?
Yeah, we already gotten back around 6 aircrafts back already.
So it's still not back to 98.
Not yet, not
Not
yet.
yet.
We're currently at 76, but
From 90, how many?
from 98.
98.
I just have this question.
Almost there.
Is there a limit for the number of flying hours for a certain aircraft in a day?
Ah,
Like this aircraft has to fly like only 20 hours a day or 15 hours a day.
Maybe the
there's no restriction. However, sometimes it depends on the schedule. You have to do some maintenance. But of course, the more that you can fly the aircraft, the better. Because if it's parked, it's not generating revenue as well. So, yeah, but of course, considering the maintenance and all the things, maybe 15 to 18 hours, the ideal, yes, that it's a sweet spot that you can really like maximize the utilization of the aircraft.
Okay. So yung mga bits and pieces ng mga tanong natin, we just, singit lang natin sa ating mga questions kay
Of
Captain.
course, yeah.
All right. So, how do you see the future of air travel evolving in response to changes?
Okay, so pre-pandemic, we saw that usually it was very competitive that time before pandemic, and a lot of people adding more flights, adding more frequencies, and adding more planes to their fleet. But of course, during pandemic, the demand collapsed. So a lot of airlines also returned so many planes, and because of the new technology engines also, and the aviation industry initiative to really reach zero net emission by 2050. So everybody's trying to order new planes, more efficient engines, to have lesser fuel consumption as well. So lesser carbon emission, it translates to that. And I would say during the pandemic, of course, social distancing was a big thing. So we saw increase talaga in demand in the business class, the premium cabin. Yes.
Because of the
Because of the
space.
Social
spacing, and then
distancing.
they want more space already. And yeah, people, the willingness to pay is higher today, but of course they also demand better service, better product. So that's the behavior that we're seeing. But digitalization is one of the future also of aviation industry. So
In what sense?
What does that
Okay,
mean? I mean, how will the airline industry be digitized? Aside, of course, from the admin and financial side, is there a
Yes.
digitalization on the operation side?
yes, definitely. So, using our financial success last year and this year, of course, uh, we really invested in a lot of product that will help us transform the airline. So one of those is the back-end system. We're migrating already to a better system that can that all the system can be integrated with each other. So we will have one single source of truth. That's why everybody will have the same view of let's say the finance will be connected to the sales and connected to the supply chain. So everything will be in one system. That's the enterprise management system. And second is we're really excited about this. It's a CRM, the Customer Relationship Management System, which is very important because with that we can have the database of every one of our customers, and we can have exactly what tailor fit to your needs. So let's say Chito
So it's
always travel to
personalized.
personalized already. So we just launched it last month. So with Salesforce, and it's a #1 brand in terms of CRM. So we really invested heavy on that. But the first phase would be for that is the customer contact center. So with the customer contact center being upgraded with the CRM support of the CRM, now our agents can see exactly what, let's say you have an issue, then you'll try to call the contact center for whatever case, let's say refund or let's say rebooking or anything else. You will have that case number that, because sometimes the call drops, di ba? So you call and it
And then
drops,
you repeat
and you
it.
have to repeat everything.
repeat
Now you don't have, because you have that exact file number that anyone can, any of the agents can see it. So
It's like a BPO, you know. It's
yes,
like the
correct.
system in the BPO.
Yes,
Not,
yes.
not AI. Hindi naman. Person, ano yan.
It's person, but with the frequently asked questions, they can be AI. But if it gets complicated, then we transfer it to.
So does that mean, Captain,
Track.
that even if I, you know, of course, this applies to the regular customers or frequent travelers. Does this also apply? I mean that account, a personalized account, individual account ng passenger. Does it apply even if, you know, I just flew the airline for a round trip.
Yes.
So automatically the passenger's data would be uploaded into the system.
Yes, as long as you join the program as well, the Mabuhay Mas program. So because for us to be able to get the contact of the people, there's some data privacy issue. So you have to like join the program. So it will be easier for Philippine Airlines to contact whoever.
Kailangan pala member ng Mabuhay.
Better, a lot better.
Frequent flyers program.
And you get more out of it. And of course, you accumulate points. And
Yes.
and we're trying to improve that system as well to make it easier for passengers to redeem their points.
Sana wala na expiration.
Actually, kailangan, well, no expiration, just need
Yung
to be
frequent
active lang.
flyer.
Kasi minsan naging dormant lang. Pag just like bank, parang baka it's not being there's no
Movement.
there's no one na, di ba? Sometimes. So you just have to have some transaction, then it will be activated
Kasi
again.
minsan parang
na-activate
nag-wonder
lang
ako,
pala
parang pressure, it's a pressure na like 3,000
You have to
points or 3,000 miles will expire. Parang pressure. Parang mapipilitan ka na kailangan lumipad ka or go someplace else para wag mag-expire.
We're also kasi like talking about the future and digitalization. We're working with so many partners right now for you to be able to burn your miles easier. It's not just changing it to a ticket, but you can already like
hotel.
yes. Right now we're partners with SM, So you can go to SM and switch
yeah?
it to SM Advantage points.
Face value.
And you can just buy anything there, like a small amount.
Ah,
you
yeah,
can-
that's better.
Is that already in
Yes.
process?
It's already in place. Like
place.
last year also, parang when we started that program.
Iba talaga, Chito, pagka ano, no, young blood
Okay.
yung ano. I mean,
Maraming
these
innovation.
are, you know, new ideas that, you know, yung
Broader
young blood lang
perspective.
makakaisip.
Ano naman.
How about the use of the more efficient aircraft?
Okay.
Are you transitioning to that? I mean, most of the aircraft now are the neo
Yes,
type.
yes.
Isn't it?
Even
Even in your competitors.
yes, yes. Now it's mostly the narrow bodies, no? So the single aisle, the smaller planes for regional. A lot of airlines using the neo already. Yeah, but of course there's some issues with the engine right now. So
What you have said before.
yeah, it's slowing down the recovery process. That's why we cannot put in more flights sometimes because the resources is limited.
I mean, I was reminded about, you know, aircraft. Parang, I haven't seen the PALs, yung dalawang level.
The
Yung
747.
jumbo jets.
Yung may second floor.
Oo.
Yes.
I haven't seen
Yeah, what
wala na
happened
Phased
yun.
out already.
Phased out.
Alright.
Yeah.
Why is that so?
Mas mahal ata yun.
It's industry trend as well. Most of the manufacturer, they realize that because before, 4 engines, of course, were more reliable because you have 4
Yeah, I
engines.
remember.
But since the advancement in technology, now even 2 engines are so reliable that yeah,
And faster.
and fast and powerful. So
Why
to
is
the
that though?
point, it's more efficient to just fly the aircrafts with 2 engines.
engines.
Since it's so reliable, you're not worried about the reliability anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, even maintenance, imagine you have to overhaul 4 engines compared to just 2 engines, and more fuel efficient as well.
Yun lang you could fly more with that type of aircraft na. Could fly more passengers.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
You can fly more passengers.
Oo. All right. So, Captain, we pause for a short break, and we still have questions for you.
A lot of questions.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I learned something from the first segment of our interview with Captain Nam. So, we'll be right back, mga kachibu, after a short break.
This break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, hashtag Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Globe, atin ang mundo. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart, live more today. Union Bank, it starts with you. A wellness show dedicated to empowering viewers with the knowledge and inspiration needed to lead a healthy lifestyle. Be Well Now, hosted by Miss Cory Crino, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Alamin ang pinakamaiinit na balita at mahalagang issue na bumabalot ngayon sa ating bansa. Ating pag-usapan, blow by blow, dito lang sa Hot Patatas, kasama sila Chicky Mangkukang, Vernon Velasco at Gio Leaño. Yung Lunes, Miyerkules at Biyernes, alas 3 ng hapon, dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Conversations that are masterclasses from the top honchos of various industries. Learn from their strategies and insights so you yourself can unlock your full potential. Perfect every Friday at 2 p.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Creative minds, entertainment icons, style influencers. We shine the spotlight on remarkable individuals who shape our cultural landscape. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. only here in Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Parayan at talakayang showbiz, times 2, doble-doble! Kasama ang dalawa sa walang kupas na talakayan ng showbiz, Alwin Ignacio at Alex Brosas. DTT Show, tuwing Sabado at Linggo, alas 4 ng hapon, dito lang sa Diaryo Tirada ng Daily Tribune.
Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Hi, we're back.
We're
Yeah.
back to Straight
Talk.
Talk, and we're still with the PAL president, Captain Stanley now. All right, so what are the challenges that and opportunities faced by PAL in the coming years, and how do you plan to address them?
Okay. So, being in the airline industry is really tough, I would say, because anything that happens in the world always affect the airline. Let's say, for example, the global pandemic, the geopolitical tension, it always affects fuel prices. So
Correct.
fuel price is one of the most volatile commodity that we have today. Yes. So that's almost 40% of the cost of
40%.
operational cost of
Operations.
the airline.
Okay.
So anything that happened will affect the cost of running an airline.
So that's the reason bakit mataas ang the
Sometimes
fare.
the fare it will go up because it's always based on the fuel price as well. Because the airline, actually, a portion of that can be, there's a regulation naman about it, but you cannot pass on everything to the consumers, so it's absorbed by the airline already. So that's one challenge that we have to always face. And second, the one that we talked about earlier is the supply chain pa rin, di ba? Supply chain issue. But it was really caused by the pandemic because during the pandemic, a lot of companies, they slowed down everything. They didn't ramp up their production. That's why right now, even the raw materials and
Kakaroon ng backlog.
yes, no backlog. So they're still catching up, putting more investment to try to catch up with the demand currently. So that will continue to be a challenge moving forward. But yeah, and the next one would be, I would say, people also, the manpower. So this one, I'm very like, this one's important, I believe, because currently we actually have a healthy population. The demographic in the Philippines is quite good. Like average of less than 26 years old. We have a lot of workforce. That's, diba? So, but problem also that we can see, just in the aviation industry, but I've been hearing even other industries are having those issues because the competent and qualified ones usually get poached by other
By other
countries.
airlines.
Yes, other airlines, other countries. So, but it's always good for them to have a brighter future elsewhere and bring in more remittances for the Philippines.
Kumbaga sa professionals in the
Okay, yeah.
Philippines, the nurses and the other
Correct,
professionals, the brain drain.
The brain drain. That's really the one of the concerns as well. The brain drain, I think, moving forward. But that can be addressed by having a program. We can work together with the Department of Migrant Workers and TESDA to have a training program. Like they have a period that they have to work with in the Philippines first, then before, because it gives us time to replenish the talents and and then we can be a country that really like supply manpower to everywhere in the world. So I think that's a win-win situation, but we have to have that program that they have to at least serve certain amount of years for us to be able to train the replacements.
Like 20 years.
Kahit ano lang, I
Masyado
think
mahaba.
5 years would be
5
okay
years,
already di ba? Parang it gives us time.
But then if ano naman, Captain, you look at the you know the brighter side. I mean, when people leave,
Yeah.
then you give opportunities, job opportunities
Correct.
to new ones.
Correct. I really support that, no? But of course, we don't sacrifice the talent that internally in the Philippines.
How about the level of education? I mean, the schools, aviation schools here in the Philippines, are they at par with the...
Yes,
those,
definitely. Actually, the Philippine Airlines Aviation School, which I went to, but because of the pandemic, we suspended the operations because there's no demand. Pero I would say that's really one of the best in the world. I would say, proudly say that. Even the CEO of Malaysian Airlines, he himself graduated from that school. So,
Yeah.
from Philippine Airlines
The
Aviation
one
School.
that got lost? No.
No, the CEO.
The CEO.
Yes. So
So there's
it's
no
really
problem with the skills.
the skills, no problem. The training here in the Philippines is up to the standard, worldwide standard.
And you get a good portion of your pilots from the military, isn't it?
Yes, around I would say 30 to 40%, 30%,
40%.
30 to 40.
Uh,
Yes. 30.
from the Philippine Air Force then to PAL.
Yes, about 30% I would say. Tapos aviation school, the organic, the PAL trained na mga 40 to 50%. And other flying schools na. Then the rest will be other flying schools.
Lahat yata halos ng local airlines, they also have their own flying school. So, Captain, we have text questions here. So we veer away from the.
Okay.
Okay. So, is PAL bringing more wide-bodied new aircraft?
Yes, so just during the Paris Air Show this year, earlier this year, mid-year, so we were there to sign an agreement. Yes, already. It's done already. We're just waiting for the delivery. That's something that we can be all excited about. That's nine Airbus 350-1000 with the latest technology, with the state-of-art cabin. So the cabin is amazing, and hopefully we'll unveil it soon.
So when are you expecting it, Captain?
So the delivery will be third quarter of 2025. So
2 years from now.
about about
2
2 years. About 2 years.
And then, what is the passenger traffic for PAL?
Okay. Passenger traffic right now, as we know, we have the biggest diaspora all over the world. So it's really we call it VFR, the visiting family and relatives. So it's really the overseas Filipinos, majority. But right now, we're also tapping into a lot of passengers from other Asian countries connecting to... We're trying to make Philippines a hub as well. That's why we're working closely with the government to improve the infrastructure. And it's exciting because the public-private partnership is on the way, and to make the airport more efficient, and to bring in more passengers
Along
as
with
well.
that, they have cooperation agreements with other airlines.
Yes, a lot also.
Recently, they have a code-sharing deal with
Can-
Singapore.
Airlines.
Yes.
Can we translate I mean, into numbers, the passenger traffic, like for 2020, 2023?
2023. I don't have exact number in my mind then. So, but I would say around 50% would be overseas Filipinos visiting, coming back. Yes. And a portion would be, the seafarers. So, also.
a lot of
Yes.
figures.
Are the figures for 2023 bigger than the figures in 2022?
Ah, yes, definitely. So, in 2020, 2023, I would say around 20% more passengers for
More
Philippine
passengers.
Airlines this year.
Alright,
Yes.
so naka-recover na talaga Chito, no?
Yes, actually, our revenue this year would be
Positive.
the highest, no?
They're in the black.
So even last year we had the best year for Philippine Airlines actually, in terms of the bottom line. Yeah, that's the best year. And this year we're able to surpass that actually.
Okay.
May one-offs ba doon? Doon sa profit niyo this year?
This year wala.
Wala
This year
na.
wala na.
Talagang ano yun?
This is
stream.
purely passenger revenue and cargo revenue.
That's
And
great.
yes, but of course, ano pa rin, right now there are still tailwinds sa revenge travel. We can
yeah.
still feel that.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
And are you opening new routes
Mhm.
in the US or Europe?
Oh, so in the US, we're finalizing one additional destination, but just pending of getting some planes to fly that destination because we don't want to, like we talked
Yeah.
about it earlier, we don't want to put too much flights. We just want the Philippine Airlines to be a reliable airline that
Yeah, and-
people can count on.
And no overbooking.
No overbooking and just very disciplined at like selling the flights. If we're gonna sell the flights, and we'll make sure it's gonna fly. I think that's important.
So speaking about passenger comfort, convenience. All right. So I have question here, Captain, about the Mambuhay Lounge. Okay. So other airlines have already upgraded or leveled up, which include the Overlook Express Pass in the immigration for business and first class passengers. So how has Philippine Airlines, leveled up as well
Oh,
in this battle of the airlines?
yeah. So it's really about differentiation right now. One of the questions earlier. So it's how do we move forward with the challenges, right? The challenges, one of the challenges is competition, which you mentioned. A lot of airlines leveling up, trying to have better products, better convenience, services. So for Philippine Airlines, we started our construction of the new Mabuhay Lounge in Terminal 1, and it's done already. We actually launched it last week.
Okay, so just
So,
last week.
If you can check social media, there's a lot of positive feedbacks about it. It's really big. It's more than 1,000 square meter. And you have the tarmac view. You can see the air. It's really a nice one. And with some art pieces as well by famous Filipino artists. So, yeah, it's really a big step that for passenger convenience, and passenger can now see more value in taking Philippine Airlines because the lounge is really beautiful. I hope you can someday you can take a look at it. It's really nice.
When you fly.
Yeah, so that's it. So there's already that one.
Okay.
And of course, with the express pass and all those, we still have to work with, of course, with government, immigration to find ways on how to do that. Because right now we're trying to improve also the infrastructure of the airport.
Okay.
So,
All right. And then there's this government habit of, forcing arriving flights to wait up in the sky, sometimes more than 30 minutes. So how is PAL helping address this concern?
well, that's a very nice question because we've been working with the air traffic controller in 2019, when I was still the head of operations, we were already coordinating with them. And what we did there, we have a program with them actually, a controller pilot dialogue. We do that every year. So we share our experiences as pilot, and they share also their experiences as traffic controller. So we align, and not only that, we let them board our flight to actually observe what's going on inside the cockpit, so they can see. Because sometimes there's opportunity for another takeoff, another landing. So now they see it. So actually, we're constantly trying to improve on that. That constant communication with them.
Has there been an improvement, Captain?
I would say yes. I would say yes. Yeah, but the government is also willing to invest in additional system, which we call the ACDM. It's a collaborative decision making. So it's like all airlines, all the stakeholders, all the controllers, they will have one view of what's happening. So even the holding that you're mentioning earlier, that can be reduced by significantly, because from the origin airport, if you have a view how many airplanes will come in, like a certain period of time, then you can somehow manage that to let them come in when the traffic will be less already.
Yeah.
So that can improve, and lesser emission, of course, that's also burning fuel and costly for the airline. So yeah, always working together to make that better experience also for the customer. It's so important.
All right. So, how does it feel to be one of the youngest and literally and figuratively captains in the airline industry?
So,
It's a challenge.
so my leadership style is always very transparent and always very engaging, no? So I just want to solve problems together with the team. So of course we are all human. We will all make mistakes, right? And I want the culture of transparency, that they can have that psychological safety to admit that they did something wrong, because that's the only way we can improve. Because if the whole team will be transparent about and embrace the challenge that we're having today, and anticipating also the challenges in the future, we can all work together as a team, because each of us has their own strengths and weaknesses as well. But if we try to work together, I think we can have the best solution. And I always encourage healthy conflicts as well, because we cannot just say yes to everything. We have to have those meaningful conversation, arguments, to come out with the best best solution for a certain issue.
Yeah.
I think that's the mindset of maybe being the young president of Philippine Airlines. It's a different kind of leadership, and of course we cannot please everyone. Some like it, but some prefer the comfort zone. But yeah, but change is always a requirement, because we always have to think ahead on how to tackle the future.
Yes. So,
Yeah, I have a question. How many cooperation agreements would you come up with? You had recently with Singapore,
Yes,
a
that's right.
code-sharing agreement. Do you have any other in the
Yeah, we have
future,
so
in the
many coming
pipeline?
up. Yes, we still have. We still have
Like what what airlines?
one of the U.S. carrier. We have carriers, and we will be
Can
having a
you
partnership.
say the name on that?
maybe next week we'll be announcing already. So it's gonna be better.
It will also be a code sharing deal
I think it's a code sharing partnership as well.
to the US.
Yes.
Meron
Yes.
na yung UAE. United Airlines.
Yes.
Just came in, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Yes.
So it's going to be, I think it's going to be
Maybe
different one.
I think a different one, yes.
We're going to announce it next week.
Mm-mm.
So,
Ang dami ng US Airlines na domestic routes.
Mm.
Captain, going back to that engaging leadership, can passengers look forward to more exciting in-flight meals served by PAL, like parang
Yeah.
just like the UK
Yes.
American Airlines, that exciting food.
Yeah, so that's a good question too, because when I started last year, so I always think about Filipino food. Because when we go to other places, other countries, there's always Thai food, Vietnamese food, like Chinese food, Korean, Japanese, but Filipino food, not so much, right? So that's why we work together with the Department of Tourism, how to really promote Filipino food. Yes. So we engaged several chefs already since last year. A lot of Filipino local chefs that are really, really good. So we had so many exciting food already in flight. Even the chefs themselves served the passengers on board. Yes, last year. So yeah, there's so many of them. So I don't want to mention any specific one, but we did a lot. But this year we also changed our menu a lot, and we even have the bulalo right now. It's really promoting Filipino food and have more exposure of Filipino food to the rest of the world, because a lot of foreigners will fly and come in as well. So they're all amazed by our food. And just recently, I think today will be the launch actually of our new dessert going to the US, our long haul destinations. And you guess what?
Leche plan.
Halo-halo.
Yes, halo-halo.
Oh, tama yung hula ko. Halo-halo.
Because we're proudly Filipino, di ba? It's halo-halo. So it's, to answer your question about competitions moving forward, it's really differentiation.
Yeah.
Because you can differentiate. This one, they can copy, but they will not do it as good as us, the Filipinos, di ba? Because
Can
it's,
do halo-halo as good as
di ba? So it's all about those exciting things that we already did some trial flights, and passengers were very pleased about it.
Okay, so there was a customer feedback.
Yes, yeah.
I guess we have to
Yeah.
get into
Commercial break. Actually, puro mga text-in questions.
there's a lot.
Matatanong ko kay Captain. So, mga katribo, will be right back after a short break.
Yes.
This break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, hashtag Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Globe, atin ang mundo. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart, live more today. Union Bank, it starts with you.
A wellness show dedicated to empowering viewers with the knowledge and inspiration needed to lead a healthy lifestyle. Be Well Now, hosted by Miss Cory Crino, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
Alamin ang pinakamaiinit na balita at mahalagang issue na bumabalot ngayon sa ating bansa. Ating pag-usapan, blow by blow, dito lang sa Hot Patatas, kasama sila Chicky Mangkukang, Vernon Velasco at Gio Leaño. Yung Lunes, Miyerkules at Biyernes, alas 3 ng hapon, dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Conversations that are masterclasses from the top honchos of various industries. Learn from their strategies and insights so you yourself can unlock your full potential. Perfect every Friday at 2 p.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Creative minds, entertainment icons, style influencers. We shine the spotlight on remarkable individuals who shape our cultural landscape. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m., only here in Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Parayan at talakayang showbiz, times 2, doble-doble! Kasama ang dalawa sa walang kupas na talakayan ng showbiz, Alvin Ignacio at Alex Brosas. DTT Show, tuwing Sabado at Linggo, alas 4 ng hapon, dito lang sa Diaryo Tirada ng Daily Tribune. Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
And we're back, mga katribu. Marami pa tayong interesting questions with the PAL President, Captain Stanley. Yeah. Babalikan ko lang, Captain. You were talking about digitalization. And then your digitalization push. And you're partnering with, e-wallets, right? And
Yes.
digital payments for bookings, and there's the fly now, pay later.
Yes.
So how will that impact PAL's passenger traffic? You're currently at 4.1 million passengers this year. When do you forecast to return to pre-pandemic level?
Yeah, actually in terms of load factor, no, it's stronger this year compared to pre-pandemic. We used to be at close to 80%, no, the load factor of the flight. But of course, right now, we have a reduced fleet. Diba? Like we mentioned, during pandemic, we reduced the number of aircrafts, so therefore, lesser number of flights as well. But in terms of passenger, we're seeing, with the resources that we have today, we're actually flying more passengers because flights are like closer to almost 90% a lot of times. So I think next year we'll be able to go to be back in that level already, even with lesser planes, with the number of passengers flying this year and with additional aircrafts that we might be getting for next year as well. But 2025 will be all new planes, but we're still getting back some of the planes that we returned, and we continue to get them back. And we'll reach about 80 aircrafts next year. So
about 6 more.
Kulang pa din kasi 98
yes,
yung
98 pa.
98 yung
So,
pre-pandemic nilang fleet eh.
Yes. Yeah. So how will that affect the passengers? Of course, even the website, we're trying to improve on the website and the app. We're trying to make it easier, the user interface for passengers to use that. And with the partnership of with I think GCash, right, and e-wallet, diba? So with the fly now pay later, it will give flexibility for our customers as well, because some of them may prefer that option, diba? A deferred payment option, then therefore they can already fly. Diba? So it really give access to the customer. So I believe that will create significant value that will stimulate also the number of people flying Philippine Airlines. I think, yeah.
Pahabol lang about the lounge.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Very exciting na makita yung makeover of the new. Oo. And then, ang question lang is yung passengers ba, do they expect a wider variety of food served in the lounge, aside of course from the best-selling arroz caldo? Yes.
Oh yes. So we have a quarterly change of menu there. So passengers traveling will see different type of varieties as well of the food offering in the lounge. And actually in the service industry, in the airline industry, it's all about customer service. So we try to get as much survey as do as much survey, so get as much feedback from the customers. What do they really want? So if the more we engage with our customers, the more we understand what the passenger wants from Philippine Airlines.
Okay.
Therefore, then we can serve them better by providing what they want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what they want and what they need.
What they need. We even put some massage chair inside the lounge right now.
I was supposed to ask that.
Yes.
And how about serving meals? Like, I mean, complete meal, like,
I think yes. During lunch and dinner, I think we have meals. Yes. So it depends on the time of day, and we're also we serve different food during breakfast and lunch and then dinner.
right. And this is about sports. Okay. Is Paul planning to champion one of the lesser known sports, as recently we lose athletes to other countries for lack of support?
Actually, PAL has been supportive of all our national athletes. So when they have competition outside the country, most of the time we really support them. Most of the time. In terms of the tickets, yes. Fly in, fly out. Yes, we always support our not just our athletes actually, even our artists, like our ballet theater, yes.
So do we see something like, aside from golf, do we see a tournament like that?
A tournament like other sports?
Supported
Yeah.
by PAL.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kasi the popular is the golf.
The golf, no? The golf tournament.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we can explore also
Alright.
other sports, no? Beside that.
Yeah. So maraming athletes, enthusiasts who are looking forward to that. Yung mga hindi naman nag-golf, probably they'll...
It's a big help na yun. Pre-tickets brings them to where they
Yeah.
will compete.
And then this is an out-of-the-box question, Captain. Is there also a toilet cleanliness offensive in the lounges of PAL?
PAL. Cleanliness.
Toilet cleanliness daw.
Oo.
Yeah. Meron din bang ganon? I mean, how do you address? I mean, how do you ensure that
Quite clean.
yeah. How do you
Oh.
ensure?
So that's one of the most important thing actually. So because during the pandemic, we noticed that cleanliness and hygiene is one of the most important aspects that the customers are looking for, diba? Not just in the lounge but in flight. That's why we actually added frequency to the frequencies to clean the toilet more often than before. So that really helps. So starting maybe I would say around maybe around second quarter this year. So we're already doing that. So more frequent toilet cleaning. So that actually helps so much.
Yeah, that's right, Captain. Cleanliness is one of the things that we learned that the pandemic taught us. Right? And is PAL planning to build its own terminal hub like other giant airlines?
So currently we're using the Terminal 1 because we move our international flights to Terminal 1. So there are so many initiatives for the physical infrastructure of the airport that we can still improve on, that the private-public partnership will come in maybe next year. So that will significantly help to making Terminal 1 or even Terminal 2 or Terminal 3 Manila as a hub, because currently we're already doing that, but we can still grow our our hub business. Actually, because right now we have lots of passengers traveling from other Asian countries, connecting via Manila, all the way to the U.S. Some going to Australia, some going to the. So we are becoming more and more of a network carrier than just a point-to-point airline.
Okay. So follow up lang to the sports thing. So is there, or if there is a lack of support. So is it in the pipeline of Pulse?
Oh, actually, that's,
CSR.
yes. Actually, that one, to developing athletes, I would say it's more of the group that's doing it, the Lushutan group of companies, and of course UE is part of the group as well.
That's why
So
it's my
I
university.
think So actually, it's usually them like handling the training of the athletes, supporting the athletes. It's more of the mother company,
Okay.
doing
So,
that. But
so-
PAL is part of that as well. But they're leading
all right.
that initiative.
All right. So we've asked too many questions.
One more.
Parang kulang pa din. But
Can I ask
then
one more? Are you out of Chapter 11?
Yes. So
Since when?
December
Just December.
2021.
2021, so
Yes.
it's fast.
So it's September to December, and so January we're already out of Chapter 11. So that's actually the fastest Chapter 11
That's the fastest.
in the airline industry.
so maybe ask for your parting words, Captain,
Yeah.
to wrap up this episode's interview.
Okay. So
To
I just
our-
want to thank you for this opportunity to
It's our pleasure.
share some of the initiatives and the challenges and how we're gonna maximize opportunity. But what I want to say is Philippine Airlines is our flag carrier, and there's a responsibility also for Philippine Airlines when it comes to nation building. That's why we always support the athletes, the artists, pageants, as long as you're representing the Philippines. Yes, and in whatever way that Philippine Airlines can support nation building, we're always there. So I would like to ask also for the audience. Of course, we're not there yet. We will always be a work in progress because we want continuous improvement. But I just would ask everybody to be patient, and with your support, I believe as a nation, we can promote the Philippines better. Yes, and be proud of it.
All right. So
It
the
was
Philippine Airlines.
calmly and smoothly said.
Philippine Airlines, the heart of the Filipino. Okay. Thank you so much, Captain Nang.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
and maybe we can invite you again for more.
Yeah. And this has been an enlightening discussion. And thank you, mga katribu. Tune in again next Wednesday for another episode of Straight Talk. I am Gigie Arcilla.
Once again, mga katribo, I'm Chito Lozada. Watch Straight Talk every Wednesday, 10 a.m. on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.